A small reveal from a Games Radar article has caused a lot of controversy among DC fans. Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix. My name is Chris Wong. Now, recently I talked about how there's going to be a Flash prelude 3-issue comic book series that's coming out. It's going to be called The Flash, the Fastest Man Alive. It will have Flash partnering up with Batman in order to take down the Girder. And all of these events will take place before the Flash movie. Well, now that the news is officially out, a lot of different blogs and trade sites are reporting on it today. And one of those sites was Games Radar or Total Film. The one thing different from the article that they put out than the official announcement was the inclusion of The Flash, the Fastest Man Alive, picks up after the 2017 Justice League film. Now you can imagine how much this will really piss off Snyder fans. After seeing the incredible Zack Snyder's Justice League on HBO Max, how can one consider the Joss Whedon's 2017 Justice League film to Zack Snyder's Justice League? It's like night and day, man. So the question went out to the writer. Did he accidentally put in 2017 Justice League? Did he meant just Zack Snyder's Justice League? Or did he even know which Justice League were they talking about? The writer tweeted out, the 2017 cut is the main DCEU canon. This takes place in that continuity, which includes Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, The Suicide Squad, Justice League, Aquaman, Shazam, etc. And to further clarify how he knew this was the main canon, he said this: it's what the owners of the films have relayed to us is the main canon. Owners of the films. So he's referring to that Warner Brothers had let him know that that's the main DCEU canon. That 2017 Justice League was the main canon to them, to Warner Brothers. In fact, what's interesting is that when you get to look at that high-res version of that comic book artwork page, and you take a look at Ben Affleck's Batman up there in the sky, that suit does look like that promotional Justice League outfit where he had that silver logo that never appeared in the movie. Now, honestly, this shouldn't be surprising at all. I think even Zack Snyder has told us that Warner Brothers considers the Justice League movie that came out in theaters to be their canon.
Frankly, the DC, cinematic universe has gone on its branched like a tree and blossomed and grown and amazing in great ways. Like, for me, in the where the movie falls is it's sort of, I believe that it really starts to represent its own path. It doesn't really, it's kind of separate now from what I would say the DC universe, cinematic universe in continuity. I think it is it's divergent in that way. And I think that that's a good thing.
And yeah, to me, that was never a question. If that's what they think, that's what they think. But it's not just Warner Brothers making the films. It all comes down to the directors as well. And with this current regime that's letting James Gunn have creative freedom over his work, letting Matt Reeves have creative freedom for his work on the Batman as well, sometimes artistic integrity prevails. And maybe the directors do have that power to choose which Justice League they want to connect to. In an interview with Real Blend Podcast, Patty Jenkins pretty much explains what all the DC directors think about the 2017 Justice League.
Knowing what happened on Justice League, did you even go back and take a look at the theatrical cut to see how Gal was handled in that to make this match at all? Or do you really just think it's in universe with yours?
The Justice League?
The one that hit theaters.
No, I think that all of us DC directors tossed that out it just as much as the fans did. But also I felt that version contradicted my first movie in many ways, and this current movie, which I was already in production on. So then what are you going to do? I was like, you would have to play ball in both directions in order for that to work. I think that that Justice League was kind of an outlier, because I don't know, they were trying to turn one thing into kind of another. Then it becomes like I don't recognize half these characters. I'm not sure what's going on.
So that's interesting. If the directors tossed out 2017 Justice League, regardless of what Warner Brother thinks or says, that means the films that are coming out will probably connect more to Zack Snyder's Justice League than the 2017 one. Since Zack Snyder's Justice League movie just came out last year, we haven't seen any of the movies after that has come out. The next movie that we will get to see that could possibly connect to Zack Snyder's Justice League is Andy Muschietti's The Flash. And yeah, it's possible that Andy Muschietti will connect to the 2017 Justice League. We won't know until the movie comes out, but I'm very conflicted by that because if that were the case, why is Kiersey Clemons playing Iris West? Kiersey Clemons' Iris West wasn't in 2017 Justice League. Also, why is there a stunt actor for Harry Lennox? And scoopers have been saying that Martian Manhunter is going to be in the movie as well. Well, Harry Lennox nor Martian Manhunter was in 2017 Justice League. Iris West, Martian Manhunter, those were all introduced in Zack Snyder's Justice League. So it is possible that despite what Warner Brother thinks, all the DC directors will not follow the 2017 Justice League movie. But I don't really think it matters too much if they connect to Zack Snyder's Justice League or not. None of these directors are going to be involved with Zack Snyder's Snyderverse. And Zack Snyder has already told us what he considers Snyderverse.
And so for me, I think Justice League, I've heard someone say so you're entering the Snyderverse now when you watch and frankly, this notion that, what you'll see in Justice League and Batman vs. Superman and Man of Steel, there's continuity across those three movies. That's really, I think, focus is to satisfy that narrative structure.
And Zack Snyder understands artistic integrity very well. He knows that each director needs to make the thing that they want to make.
The power of DC and one of its cool strengths is the sort of multiverse concept where, and also where they kind of put filmmakers first and say, you know what, guys, we want to hear your voice, your individual voices. Take these characters and do a run and sort of show us what, you would do. In sort of the great tradition of comic book writing and runs that have been done with all these amazing characters.
The only thing I've done and tried to always do is when I knew when Zack was doing Justice League sort of where she ends up. And so I always tried, I didn't change her suit. I don't want to contradict his films,
Sure.
But yet I have to have my own films, and he's been very supportive of that.
This new DCEU timeline is diverging away from Zack Snyder's Snyderverse. But it doesn't mean that the Snyderverse cannot exist. Right now, it's kind of on pause, with the very hope that it could definitely continue one day. There is no Snyderverse without Zack Snyder, and the Snyderverse really is only Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and Zack Snyder's Justice League 1, 2, and 3. Beyond that, he's actually really stoked and happy that all the actors and actresses continue on with their own stories with other directors and their own movies.
These characters will live long past what we do, and they're going to go on other adventures into who knows where, space and time, and who knows. Thank God.
So in summary, even if Warner Brothers considers one thing canon, it seems like the DC directors consider another thing canon, and Zack Snyder considers his own Snyderverse his own canon. Well, I guess that leaves the fans with their own headcanon. But I'm still curious about this Flash movie. There's so much talk and controversy over the Flash movie. I'm really waiting to see, what does Andy Muschietti do with this movie, and what would be his canon? Well, now the question comes down to you. Do you think Andy Muschietti will borrow elements from the 2017 Justice League or Zack Snyder's Justice League? Let me know your thoughts and share them down in the comments down below.